Here to help us figure this out, Marc Thiessen, American Enterprise Institute Senior Fellow, Leo Terrell, Civil Rights Attorney, both are Fox News contributors, Mark Penn, joining us as well, former Clinton advisor and pollster, and now CEO of Stagwell. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Let me go down the line here, Mark, and I'll start with you. How does this make sense to say, well, I don't have a choice. They forced me. It was in the book 6 months ago, so I have to use American taxpayer dollars to just do what it said that they were going to do and fix this wall for 20 miles. I don't really want to do it.
Yeah, and he says that he doesn't want to do it. It's not needed. And his Secretary of Homeland Security says there is an acute need for it. I mean, the hypocrisy here is so rank. They called Trump an authoritarian for using executive authority to build a wall. Well, guess what? They're using the same executive authority right now to waive 26 laws in order to build the wall. There's so many things that are going on here. What this shows, Martha, is this is a crisis of choice. Joe Biden has all the same laws and all the same authorities on the books that Donald Trump and Barack Obama had before him, and he is just choosing not to use them. And it's now gotten to the point where the crisis is so bad, where for 3 years in a row, we have each year broken the record for how many encounters we have. We have 1.5 million gotaways. We have 106,000 people a year dying of fentanyl that's crossing over the border. That's like a plane crash every single day in this country. Almost 300 people on the terrorism watch list who have been arrested at the border, and how many more of those among the 1.5 million gotaways that have come into that? And it's so bad that even Democrats, even the governor of New York, the mayor of New York, are pushing them on it. And so finally they're building the wall. So why don't they just admit that Donald Trump was right from the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, that's the question, Leo. You have the mayor of Chicago, the mayor of New York, both going. One is already there, one's going south of the border to plead with people, say, look, we don't have room for you. It's really not wise to come. It's now fallen on these mayors to do what the president hasn't done. But what I really can't figure out politically is when he looks at this number, 62% say that they disapprove of the way that the president's handling the immigration situation. Is it completely gone for a politician to say, look, I see the numbers, I feel your pain, Bill Clinton style, and I'm going to fix this. But that's not what we're hearing.
No, you're not going to hear it. The only reason why this is happening, Martha, is because of Democratic pressure from mayors from New York, Los Angeles. Governor Abbott did the correct thing in sending the migrants to these other Democratic sanctuary cities because it made it a national issue. Everyone knows about it. Now, I want to be very clear. I'm glad I'm on this segment. You have Karine Jean-Pierre, the press secretary, telling everybody we've got to follow the rule of law. They're breaking 26 laws to follow the rule of law. There's only 4 people who believe that the border is secure: Kareem, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Mayorkas. Everyone else in this country knows that the border is broken. And what Joe Biden needs to acknowledge, that Donald Trump was right and he was wrong, and he owes Trump an apology.
So, Mark, politically, if you were advising this president and you see the numbers and you see the need for change, how would you tell him to get, over that hump?
Well, look, I've been predicting for the last 2 months that we would see the administration move here because this has become one of the top 3 issues. 58% say we have open borders. Only 36% in our polls, the Harris poll, approve of his position. So, look, I think they had to move to close the border. I'm a little surprised that this came out that they're going to build a physical barrier, given what they've said. But they had no choice. This issue was mounting. It was hitting Democratic cities. This is the beginning of an election campaign. It's one of the top 3 issues. This had to happen, and it is a good sign for the reelection campaign that they're actually doing something
Mark,
about the problems.
My question is this, and I appreciate everything you just said, but the question is this the most effective way for the president to say, I see, I hear, I understand, I'm switching gears? He's not saying that. He's saying they got me over a barrel and I have to do it because Congress already signed off on it 6 months ago.
Well, look,
No,
I think the communications on this could be more effective for sure.
Yeah, no, his answers could be more effective. Go ahead, Mark Penn.
Yeah, look, I think the communications on this could be more effective. I think he could come out and say that we didn't expect the numbers to be crossing that are crossing and the problems to have created in the cities, and so we're taking action. Look, I think he is in an election campaign. I think he's got to take command of the issues, and particularly when you do a pivot, you do have to own that you're doing a pivot, not let the press secretary give, somewhat half-hearted answers.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. This is a very important moment in this debate, and it's going to be pervasive throughout the course of this election, how the president is pivoting here and how he's handling it. Thank you all for being here.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.